Hello, today we've come to Calke Abbey and it's the most fascinating place.
Yes, it's the Unstately stately home and it's in Derbyshire.
And there's so much to see.
Should be good.
Calke Abbey is a Grade 1 listed country house near Ticknall, Derbyshire.
Originally the site of a 12th century Augustinian abbey until it was dissolved by Henry VIII.
The current building was built between 1701 and 1704.
Owned by the Harpur family for 300 years until it was handed to the National Trust in lieu of death duties in 1985.
The house was handed over in a state of decline. The Trust's intention is to conserve rather than restore.
The house portrays the dramatic decline of the country house estate in the late 19th and early 20th centuries.
The dining room, one of only a few rooms to be restored, reflects the family's wealth and status. Henry Harpur, the 7th Baronet, inherited the estate in 1789, and like many of his peers, he was influenced by the Age of Enlightenment.
Henry, in this pursuit, began Calke's Natural History Collection. Henry died in a riding accident and the estate passed to George Crewe, the 8th Baronet.
George was shocked by conditions for the tenants on the estate and invested in churches and schools to improve their lives.
George was also a great collector, and many of the paintings at Calke were bought by him.
majority of the natural history collection at Cork was amassed by the 10th Baronet, Sir Vaughan Crewe.
The collection is the largest owned by the National Trust.
It includes a wide range of items, from everyday objects to a beautiful silk state bed.
Inside the house, we are shown the dramatic decline, with peeling paintwork which reflects many similar estates that did not survive.
When the Trust took over the estate, many rooms in the house had not been touched for decades.
The state of the family's finance meant that little was spent on the interior of the house after the late 1800s, and so the house is pretty much as it was at that time.
The large natural history collection includes birds, mammals and fish. It is actually half its original size, as half was sold to meet death duties.
The Chinese silk bed was discovered when the National Trust took over. Found in a case, it had never been used and is perfectly preserved. It is now on display in the house. The Harpur Crewes, as avid collectors, never threw anything away, whether modest or grand.
The Trust allow the rooms to remain dusty and seemingly abandoned, hence the title, The Unstately, Stately Home.
However, the team works hard to conserve and preserve Calke for us all to enjoy for generations to come.
cellars are a network of tunnels.
They lead through the cellars to the brewhouse and were used by servants to transport beer.
Lighting make the tunnels atmospheric and surprisingly long. They have been decorated for spring with blossom and butterflies.
There are a further set of tunnels in the gardens.
The house sits in 600 acres of parkland with an expansive walled garden.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed this as much as we did.
Yeah, it's been fascinating, hasn't it, Dora?
It certainly has. So much to see in that house.
Yeah, and there's lots of bits we haven't seen previously, so that was really nice, wasn't it?
And that tunnel, wow.
Yeah,
That was a lovely surprise.
Yeah. Well, thank you for watching.
Thank you. Bye.